We'll find one of you.
Oh, here's a question. Basically, when are my boobs gonna, you know? Never. Oh my god.
We fight. We eat.
Is this the Nosferatu?
We laugh. We love.
I love these moments.
Everything all right?
Oh god, this.
Never seen a dead one look so peaceful.
Oh shit.
You know what her last words were?
It's your Aunt Grace and her husband Levy.
Oh shit.
Uncle are the right people to adopt an orphan.
None of your business.
Maybe don't bring them to the funeral tomorrow.
Not sure I'm gonna be able to make it.
You haven't needed it for years.
Well, we've got each other's backs. Make you proud, yeah?
Claudia has expressed an interest in going home.
It is late for young.
The smell is awful.
Oh.
Wakes were invented in places where it snows.
It smells like death.
Daddy Lou
Look
said
at
I'd
this
been away from
trio.
TV too long.
Okay.
I didn't know how to be.
This is what the meat calls a lover's lane. And by my estimation,
Oh god.
no blood is sweeter.
This is
Young
gonna
people
start
swarm
questioning
with
this
passion,
whole thing.
Denied spirits by this senseless prohibition, park along this lonely stretch to contemplate that most mysterious of mathematical equations.
Right? I'm assuming she's going to see them like this and start having questions about her own body. Because, you know, that is so creepy. Can you imagine you like look to the side and you see some girl smiling at you?
Little girl, where's your mama?
Did you just crawl out of the swamp or something? Oh!
Oh, dance with her.
Uncle Les says I gotta practice killing both the one and the plus one at the same time.
She's a prodigious killer. Why you want to limit her is beyond comprehension.
I can't quite put it into words, but it's like something opened up in my head.
You look so beautiful.
Happy hunting.
Darky playing dress up in the dark.
Oh my god, girls, you're about. Oh.
Stop it. What's happening to you? You all right?
I'm sorry. I got so scared I almost fainted. I thought the flowers might bring me back a bit.
Well, I'm glad you're back.
Charlie, you're in danger.
I say thank you for driving me home. I've lost my appetite. I can't sleep, which is boring as all get out when you're stuck in a coffin waiting for the big
Oh,
hand
she's
hit
in
9
love.
and a little hand hit 3. Ah!
I'm not gonna say it again, Missy.
The way that mirrors like the first, you know.
Look up. Look up.
Very thick blood, almost sluggish.
No running, young lady.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Is she gonna try and like turn him, but like she doesn't know how? Yeah, shit.
And now he...
It's easy to get carried away when you're young and in love.
Yeah, I don't think Lestat's gonna be very
Please
sensitive
save
about
him.
the situation.
Turn him.
I can't.
You can. You did it to me.
You didn't have to kill him, you killed him completely.
Let's start.
Just try, please.
You drained him dry. Now go on. Clean up after yourself.
Oh Jesus. This is traumatic.
Stop squirming. Remember this? His face as it melts.
My God, Lestat. Also, I understand
Vivid
Lestat's
bright
sentiment,
green
but that's not the way.
A singular style.
Well, he's standing there like he's like
Stephen King.
Prince or something.
So it begs the question, where were all these diaries in 1973?
Scattered. One in New Orleans, another in Paris. the chaos, the crisis of my former existence, silenced. The simple joy of her hand in mine.
You had a daughter.
I had a daughter. And if you were to come across their diaries and learn in detail how and when you failed them,
Oh, wow.
would you share those failures with a brash young reporter you met at Polynesian Mary's?
Yeah, good point. Is that the moment? Or was it after?
And his bones.
Cracked black and his face turned to soup.
Oh my
Charlie's death
fucking God.
ushered in one of the darkest eras in our lives. Claudia was
A Band-Aid for a shitty marriage.
Yeah,
I
pretty
was going
much.
to say, something else.
But it's true. I mean, she became something else, but at the beginning, it just feels like she
But yes,
yeah.
that's almost certainly what she felt like.
And Diary, you'd think a girl whose mama died in childbirth, whose daddy gave her away to a mean old auntie, who beat her
Oh my God,
because
she
no one
cracked.
said she couldn't, who died in a fire but came back by the blood magic of two demons, hairless crotched, 14-year-old baby doll body as her mind
14.
and spirit turned 19, 20, 25, 63, 358, you dumb Diary. I bet you say to anyone who listened, fun. Tell you something, you stuck-up, flower-covered, $3 fancy fucking paper diary. I'm doing just fine. And how do I know that? Because the first man I killed called me the devil. And the last boy I killed, the last boy I'll ever love in this world, called me an angel. And that means there's so much more fun out there to have. I'm just getting started.
Wow. Stop! Jesus. Yeah, wow. That last scene, man, that was really something, especially if you know what's coming. That's crazy. Anyways, I wish I could talk because but I know that some people may be like watching and they haven't like read the books or seen the movie or whatever, and I don't want to like talk about future things because but that was really cool. That what she was saying and everything and what was happening. That's yeah. It seems like that's you can see her cracking right there. Really good acting on her part. So she's 14. This is one I like always wondered. I don't know about biology or how the brain works really. I know that. And I don't know if this is like a actual facts or not because I'm not a doctor, but there's this whole thing about like the brain doesn't reach maturity until you're like 25 or some bullshit, right? So when it comes to like vampire stories, where they have stories of humans that turn into vampires and when they're really young, like 18, in this case 14 years old, isn't their brain kind of dead, or does it still continue to develop? Because doesn't aren't you like dead? So I'm always wondering, is it something different that happens? Is it more about the experiences that you're having, or because is blood still circulating through your body? Like, how does like the physiology of a vampire works? I don't know why that's always like been interesting to me, because it seems like this is a very it's always happens in stories. It's a very popular thing. You have the vampires that are really young and they stay in this like young body, but their mind is like super ancient and they act like they've been alive for like 400 years, but yeah, I don't know. it's interesting. But as far as the episode goes, really, really good. I really enjoyed seeing Claudia and just how she changed the moment that she realized that, you know, there was something out there, that her body was never going to grow past this. Her curiosity when it comes to, you know, the sexuality and everything. Her relationship with Louis and Lestat is also very interesting. I really like the moments when they're just, you know, being a family, because I feel like in the movie it wasn't depicted because, of course, they didn't have time. It was like you have limited time to tell a story, so you can't do that. And I don't remember if they describe it in the book. It's been a long time, guys. I don't remember moments they describe them just going to places and enjoying themselves in the way that they showed here. Like they have like the birthdays and stuff. I don't know. I like it because it makes the whole of their dynamic and their, you know, family falling apart that more tragic. What else? I want to know more about Rashid. I don't know. There's something strange going on. They focused on him in this episode. He wrote something as a note, and I'm really interested because, like, they were talking about where he's from. That Daniel thought that he was a native, but he's like, you're not from here. And then he said, Dubai is a child. No one is a native, which I understand in a way, like what he's talking about, like saying that, you know, everybody like migrated to Dubai and nobody's really born there. But just the way that he implies it, the way that he's calling Dubai a child, it just makes me think like, okay, so you're coming from some place that's more ancient. Does that make sense? I don't know. Just the way that he's saying Dubai is a child, it makes me feel like, okay. So I don't know if he caught that, because he was like, I don't remember what he wrote in the notes, but that was like an interesting conversation. Then what else? And then, yeah, just Lestat being Lestat. Of course, you can't expect him to empathize or anything. And, you know, one could be here and say, oh, all he needed to do was to show some compassion and at least to try and pretend to make him into a vampire, and like maybe it wouldn't have been so traumatic, like the way that he handled that. And yeah, but that's not who he is. And I'm not surprised that he just treated this like it was like whatever, and just made it worse for her. I feel like that whole thing just traumatized her even more. Forcing her to watch his face melt. Holy shit. And like I said, I understand the sentiment behind it. It's like, yeah, you can't, if you get too close to humans, you have to be prepared to lose them eventually, because you're immortal, they're not. So you have to always make the choice of either losing them or turning them. But this was not the way. I feel like this is like super dramatic. I feel there are like better ways to, you know, make that point across. But so yeah, really cool episode. I enjoyed the fact that they just told the story with her diaries. That was a really nice touch. And like I said, the way that they connected, you know, the beginning of their story, it mirrors like the kind of like where closer to the end of her going around the house and like doing that same thing in the bed. That was really cool. Oh, and I'm getting a coughing fit, so I'm gonna leave you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.